Welcome to the Bible Quiz. Today, we're exploring the first book of the Bible with 25 mystery quiz questions. From the creation of the world to the lives of the patriarchs, we've created some of the toughest questions to test your knowledge. Whether you're a seasoned Bible reader or just starting out, this quiz will help you dive deeper into the foundational stories of our faith. Before you begin, be sure to subscribe and give this video a like to stay connected with more Bible quizzes and inspirational content. We'd love to hear from you, so share your scores, any questions or suggestions for future quizzes in the comments below. Ready to test your knowledge of Genesis? Let's get started. Question 1. God made man male and female, and what did he instruct them to do? A. Build a city. B. Offer sacrifices. C. Be fruitful and multiply. D. Rule over each other. You get 10 seconds. That's C. Be fruitful and multiply. This command emphasized the importance of procreation, filling the earth with life, and establishing dominion over all living creatures. By creating humanity in his image, male and female, God set the foundation for family, relationships, and stewardship of his creation, illustrating his divine plan for human flourishing and partnership in creation. Genesis chapter 1, verse 28. Question 2. What did God form man from? A. Clay. B. Water. C. Wood. D. Dust of the ground. You get 10 seconds. That's D. Dust of the ground. This passage highlights the intimate creation of humanity, with God's own breath animating the dust. It reflects both man's humble origin from the earth and his divine connection to God through the gift of life, pointing to the relationship between Creator and creation. Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. Question 3. Who died at the age of 969? A. Noah. B. Adam. C. Enoch. D. Methuselah. You get 10 seconds. That's D. Methuselah. Methuselah is the oldest recorded man in the Bible, Genesis chapter 5, verse 27. His exceptionally long life has made him a symbol of longevity and patience. Methuselah's life spanned the era before the Great Flood, serving as a reminder of the ancient generations and God's enduring patience with humanity during a time when wickedness was increasing on the earth. Question 4. Who were Noah's sons? A. Cain, Abel, Seth. B. Ham, Shem, Japheth. C. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. D. Moses, Aaron, Joshua. You get 10 seconds. That's B. Ham, Shem, Japheth. These three men, along with their families, were chosen by God to survive the Great Flood. After the flood, they became the forefathers of the nations that spread across the earth. Their story reflects God's promise to preserve life and repopulate the world through the faithful obedience of Noah and his family. Genesis chapter 6, verse 10. Question 5. How did God say he would destroy all flesh except for those on the ark? A. With fire. B. With a flood. C. With a plague. D. With a famine. You get 10 seconds. That's B. With a flood. God declared that he would destroy all flesh by sending a flood to cover the earth. Genesis chapter 6, verse 17. This divine judgment was due to the widespread corruption and wickedness of humanity. However, God spared Noah, his family, and the animals on the ark, symbolizing both judgment and salvation, offering a new beginning for the earth after the flood waters receded. Cherished friend, hit subscribe and stay tuned for more great and engaging content in the future. Question 6. What did the people decide to build to reach heaven? A. A tower. B. An altar. C. A temple. D. A golden statue. You get 10 seconds. That's A. A tower. The people decided to build a tower to reach the heavens, known as the Tower of Babel, Genesis chapter 11, verse 4. Their intention was to make a name for themselves and avoid being scattered across the earth. However, God confused their language, causing them to abandon the project and scatter. The tower represented humanity's pride and desire for self-glory, contrasting with God's will for humble obedience and trust in his plan. Question 7. What was the name of Abram's wife? A. Hagar. B. Sarai. C. Rachel. D. Rebecca. You get 10 seconds. That's B. Sarai. Abram's wife was named Sarai, later renamed Sarah by God. Genesis chapter 11, verse 29, chapter 17, verse 15. She was barren for many years, but God promised that she would become the mother of nations. Sarah's story reflects both faith and doubt, as she and Abram waited for God's promise of a son to be fulfilled. Eventually, she gave birth to Isaac, fulfilling God's covenant promise of descendants as numerous as the stars. Question 8. What did God say he would do to those who blessed Abram? A. Judge them. B. Ignore them. C. Curse them. D. Bless them. You get 10 seconds. That's D. Bless them. God promised to bless those who blessed Abram and curse those who cursed him. Genesis chapter 12, verse 3. This covenant demonstrated God's special favor toward Abram, who was chosen to be the father of a great nation. Through Abram, all the families of the earth would be blessed, foreshadowing the coming of the Messiah, who would bring salvation to all. Question 9. Who did Melchizedek, king of Salem, bless? A. Lot. B. Jacob. C. Abram. D. Isaac. You get 10 seconds. That's C. Abram. After Abram's victory over his enemies, Melchizedek brought out bread and wine and blessed him, recognizing Abram's divinely appointed role. This encounter is seen as significant because Melchizedek's priesthood is often considered a foreshadowing of Christ's eternal priesthood. Genesis chapter 14, verses 18 to 19. Question 10. How long did God tell Abram his seed would serve in a land not theirs? A. 40 years. B. 70 years. C. 100 years. D. 400 years. You get 10 seconds. That's D. 400 years. God told Abram that his descendants would be enslaved and mistreated for 400 years in a land not their own. Genesis chapter 15, verse 13. This prophecy pointed to the future enslavement of the Israelites in Egypt. Despite this, God promised that he would deliver them and bring them back to the promised land, showing his faithfulness to his covenant with Abram. Question 11. Who did Abraham tell King Abimelech Sarah was? A. His sister. B. His cousin. C. His servant. D. His daughter. You get 10 seconds. That's A. His sister. Fearing for his life because of Sarah's beauty, Abraham concealed their true relationship as husband and wife. However, God intervened, warning Abimelech in a dream, and protected both Abraham and Sarah, highlighting God's covenant protection over Abraham and his family. Genesis chapter 20, verse 2. Question 12. What did God instruct Abraham to do to Isaac on Moriah? A. Sacrifice him. B. Anoint him. C. Teach him. D. Bless him. You get 10 seconds. That's A. Sacrifice him. God instructed Abraham to sacrifice his son Isaac on Mount Moriah as a test of faith, Genesis chapter 22, verse 2. Although this request was deeply challenging, Abraham obeyed. At the last moment, God provided a ram as a substitute. This event became a powerful symbol of faith and foreshadowed God's ultimate provision of his own son. Question 13. What were the names of Rebekah's twins? A. Cain and Abel. B. Jacob and Esau. C. Isaac and Ishmael. D. Joseph and Benjamin. You get 10 seconds. That's B. Jacob and Esau. Genesis chapter 25, verses 24 to 26. Esau, the firstborn, was a skilled hunter, while Jacob, the younger, was more reserved. Their lives became filled with conflict, as Jacob deceived Isaac into eventually receiving the birthright and blessing for Esau. fulfilling God's prophecy that the older brother would serve the younger. Question 14. Who instructed and helped Jacob deceive Isaac? A. Esau. B. Laban. C. Rachel. D. Rebekah. You get 10 seconds. That's D. Rebekah. Rebekah, Jacob's mother, instructed and helped Jacob deceive Isaac. Genesis chapter 27, verses 5 to 17. She overheard Isaac preparing to bless Esau and devised a plan for Jacob to receive the blessing instead. By disguising Jacob as Esau, Rebekah ensured that Isaac unknowingly gave Jacob the blessing of the firstborn, which was pivotal in the unfolding of God's covenant plan. Question 15. What did Rachel want that Leah's son found in the field? A. Silver. B. Wheat. C. Grapes. D. Mandrakes. You get 10 seconds. That's D. Mandrakes. Rachel wanted the mandrakes that Leah's son, Reuben, found in the field. Genesis chapter 30, verse 14. Mandrakes were believed to have fertility-enhancing properties, and since Rachel had struggled with infertility, she desired them. This exchange between Rachel and Leah reflected the ongoing rivalry between the sisters over their children and their relationship with Jacob. Question 16. What was Jacob's name changed to? A. Esau. B. Isaac. C. Israel. D. Judah. You get 10 seconds. That's C. Israel. Jacob's name was changed to Israel after he wrestled with a divine being. Genesis chapter 32, verse 28. This event symbolized a turning point in Jacob's life, marking his transformation from one who struggled for personal gain to one who wrestled with God and prevailed. The name Israel became the identity of the nation that would descend from him, carrying forward God's covenant promises. Question 17. What were the names of Dinah's brothers? A. Aaron and Levi. B. Levi and Simeon. C. Hammer and Aaron. D. Simeon and Hammer. You get 10 seconds. That's B. Levi and Simeon. After their sister Dinah was wronged, Simeon and Levi decided to take revenge on the men of Shechem by attacking them. Genesis chapter 34, verse 25. Although their actions showed their strong loyalty to their family and desire for justice, it led to serious consequences, affecting their inheritance and position within the family. Question 18. What condition did Jacob's sons give Hamor for allowing marriage between their children? A. All males must be circumcised. B. An exchange of gifts. C. A peace treaty. D. A bride price. You get 10 seconds. That's A. All males must be circumcised. Jacob's sons told Hamor that all the males of his city must be circumcised before they would agree to any marriages between their families. Genesis chapter 34, verses 15 to 16. This condition was part of their plan for revenge after their sister Dinah was wronged. Though it appeared to be a peaceful agreement, it led to a violent outcome, demonstrating the deep conflict and sense of justice among Jacob's sons. Question 19. What did Jacob name the son Rachel gave birth to before she died? A. Levi. B. Joseph. C. Reuben. D. Benjamin. You get 10 seconds. That's D. Benjamin. Though Rachel had initially named him Ben-Oni, meaning son of my sorrow, Jacob changed his name to Benjamin, meaning son of my right hand. This moment reflected both Jacob's grief over Rachel's death and his enduring love for his youngest son. Genesis chapter 35, verse 18. Question 20. Which son did Israel love most? A. Judah. B. Reuben. C. Joseph. D. Benjamin. You get 10 seconds. That's C. Joseph. Joseph was the firstborn of Rachel, Jacob's beloved wife, and this favoritism was symbolized by the special coat of many colors that Jacob gave him. This favoritism led to jealousy and strife among his brothers, ultimately resulting in Joseph being sold into slavery, a pivotal event in the story of Israel. Genesis chapter 37, verse 3. Stay with us until the end of the video to see how many Bible quiz questions you got right. Don't forget to note your score and share it with us in the comments section. Let's explore and learn more about the Bible with these fun and interesting questions. Question 21. What did Joseph's brothers smear on his coat? A. Dirt. B. Blood. C. Water. D. Ashes. You get 10 seconds. That's B. Blood. After selling Joseph into slavery, they killed a goat and dipped his coat in its blood to deceive their father, Jacob, into believing that Joseph had been killed by a wild animal. This act of deception set in motion the series of events that would lead Joseph to rise to power in Egypt. Genesis chapter 37, verse 31. Question 22. When Tamar was found to be pregnant, what did Judah plan to do to her? A. Burn her. B. Marry her. C. Forgive her. D. Imprison her. You get 10 seconds. That's A. Burn her. When Tamar was found to be pregnant, Judah planned to have her burned as punishment. Genesis chapter 38, verse 24, believing she had dishonored the family. However, when Tamar revealed that Judah was the father, he admitted his fault and declared her more righteous, changing the course of their relationship. Question 23. What did Joseph instruct Pharaoh to do after interpreting his dream? A. Build cities. B. Send messengers. C. Store food. D. Release prisoners. You get 10 seconds. That's C. Store food. After interpreting Pharaoh's dream, Joseph advised him to appoint a wise man to store food during the 7 years of plenty, preparing for the famine. Genesis chapter 41, verses 33 to 36. This plan saved Egypt from disaster and elevated Joseph to a position of power, demonstrating both his wisdom and God's providence. Question 24. How many souls of the house of Jacob came into Egypt? A. 70. B. 60. C. 50. D. 40. You get 10 seconds. That's A. 70. This number included Jacob, his sons, and their families. Their migration to Egypt marked the beginning of the Israelites' sojourn in a foreign land, a significant event in the unfolding of God's plan for his people. Genesis chapter 46, verse 27. Question 25. When blessing Joseph's sons, on whom did Israel place his right hand? A. Jacob. B. Benjamin. C. Ephraim. D. Manasseh. You get 10 seconds. That's C. Ephraim. When blessing Joseph's sons, Israel placed his left hand on Manasseh and his right hand on Ephraim. Genesis chapter 48, verse 14. Although Manasseh was the elder, Israel crossed his hands to give the greater blessing to Ephraim, the younger. This act symbolized God's sovereignty in choosing whom to bless and showed that his plans often defy human expectations. Amazing job finishing the 25 Genesis quiz questions. Whether you nailed every question or learned something new, remember that Genesis holds timeless wisdom, always waiting for us to dive deeper. If you enjoyed this quiz, give it a thumbs up and share it with others to spread the joy of learning God's Word. And don't forget to subscribe for more exciting Bible quizzes and spiritual insights. Thanks for joining us on this journey through Genesis. May your continued study of the Scriptures bring you closer to the heart of God. See you in the next quiz.